Hey guys, Lord Lucas here, and oh my god, so much shit has gone down. If you guys don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know, but ZeniMax Media, which is the parent company to Bethesda, which obviously owns Elder Scrolls, they are being bought out by Microsoft. And they've already said this, if you're not on Xbox or PC, don't worry, they're still keeping it on PlayStation, so you don't need to worry about that. But this is kind of a big change because they now have a lot more resources, but as it won't be a small company anymore, so maybe there will be customer service issues, but I think that they will still keep the customer service the same for what's it called, for Bethesda. So like they'll have their own like, area, so that would help. And it's just gonna be a big change because depending on how they deal with it, it could mean a lot of stuff gets changed in the game, like for the better, because they, as everyone knows, a big part, like I don't know, they probably won't, but maybe they'll change the how, like, what the games run on, like, because everyone knows a big problem of this game has been, especially in PvP, is the connection and whatnot. So maybe they'll end up changing that to get, maybe it'll end up in a better place, but we won't know. But hopefully nothing goes bad. I doubt it will. Obviously, I can understand how some people are worried that they'll only keep it on like PlayStation for like this generation, or stop after a while, but I don't think they'll do that because such a big player base is on PlayStation. I think if anything, they might release the DLCs a little bit early. That's like the only thing that would probably happen, like what they do with computer right now. Maybe the Xbox would get the same time as the computer, whereas the PlayStation gets it a little bit later. I don't see it actually going fully away from PlayStation. That just doesn't seem like a good idea because there's such a big player base on that. And if you look at Microsoft, after they bought out Mojang, you can still play Minecraft on PlayStation, so that's another thing that's backing up why I think that I don't see any reason for them to make an exclusive with such a massive fan base over on PlayStation. The only thing that they might think would happen is that they get an Xbox, but I don't think in the long run that would work out. I think people would just get mad. And I've seen some people online have a concern for like the next Elder Scrolls games. I think the same thing about that they'll still keep the same, that it'll go over to that, because there's such a especially for like the first person games, there's such a big fan base across all platforms. So I don't see any good reason for them to make an exclusive, like I said before. But this is very big news. It could be super big for the game. And it could also not really do much for the game, just keep it around the same, but there's no way to tell obviously now. And this is a big thing, especially with the announcement of the Markoth DLC doing so good with the release. Hopefully that'll bring up even more hype for the game. People always say like in game that the game is dying, but statistically it's not. There's more and more people every year, so maybe it'll bring even more people in, because I'm assuming that it's probably gonna go in with the Game Pass for the for when the Series X is released, like they are doing with the EA and all sorts of other stuff. So my assumption is that they are going to grow. If that is what happens, people will probably try out the game. Obviously not everyone will like it, but I feel like a lot of people will like it because it is a fun game. But those are my assumptions, and it's really big news, because it's always big news when a big company is bought out by another one, or something like they change platforms for games or whatnot, or just big changes in any game is a big deal, especially if you're a part of that thing. It's pretty cool to see, and people are nervous, some people are excited. It's depending, right now it's more dependent on what's they're on. I'm on Xbox obviously, so I'm not really worried at all, but I am excited to see what comes in the future. And they've already said that they're not going to leave, they're not going to take it away from PlayStation, but people are still skeptical about the future, but I think they'll be fine. No, that was a shit chest. Well, if you enjoyed, thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, you can always subscribe and join the Royal Legion. Have a good rest of your day.